A Victorian man has been found guilty of performing an illegal Nazi salute last October, days after the gesture was banned in the state. Reporter Christian Silva joins us now from Melbourne. Hi Christian, what happened in court?
Good afternoon, Ros. Well, this case centres around some laws which were passed in October last year. And as you mentioned, performing the Nazi salute was something that became illegal in Victoria. Now, a few days after those laws were passed, some neo-Nazis were in the county court in Victoria. One of them was a guy called Jacob Hersant, and after those men left the courtroom, they were being interviewed by reporters, and Hersant actually lifted up his arm in what was, quite an apparent Nazi salute. He said, "Hail Hitler," and made some other sort of anti-Semitic comments. Police very quickly swooped on this and charged him with breaching those laws, and he became the first person in the state to be charged under these offences. Hersant fought the charges, and his lawyers appeared in the Magistrates Court here in Melbourne. They argued that what he did wasn't actually a full Nazi salute, and they also argued that the laws themselves were constitutionally invalid. Now, today in court, Magistrate Brett Sonnet gave a summary of his decision, which apparently stretches to 184 pages. But essentially what the magistrate said was that Jacob Hersant had performed a salute. He knowingly did so. He was in clear breach of this legislation. And the magistrate also said that the laws were constitutionally valid. And he said laws banning Nazi salutes and other Nazi ideology, those laws were needed to protect vulnerable members of the community. Outside court, Jacob Hersant was pretty unapologetic. He said he would continue to do the Nazi salute. He just hoped that the police wouldn't catch him. And he also said he was considering his appeal options.
And what's been the reaction to the ruling, Christian?
Well, Ros, so far Jewish advocacy groups have said that this is a great result. Obviously, it's a pretty sensitive time at the moment with everything going on in the Middle East, and even, looking back into the historical past, that Nazi salute carries with it a lot of meaning and a lot of pain for many people. The Victorian Premier, Jacinta Allen, also welcomed the decision this morning. She said that these laws were passed for this exact reason, to make sure that these kind of hateful symbols and messages weren't being spread in the community. As for the case now, well, it's up to the magistrate to sentence Jacob Hersant. There is a bit of a process involved in that. The maximum penalty for performing a Nazi salute in public is actually $23,000 or 12 months in jail. It's yet to be seen whether the penalty for Mr Hersant will be anywhere near that, but he'll return to court tomorrow for the start of that sentencing process.